Of course, in Britain we have someone called Richard Dawkins, who's very excited, trying to oppose religion and so on. But in my experience, people like Dawkins is a very, very small minority in the scientific community. Well, at the moment, it depends what country you're in. I mean, I can speak probably more for my own country. I think most people most scientists, for example, see them in separate compartments. So they're kind of polite to each other. For example, at the University of Cambridge, we have a faculty of divinity. It's the oldest faculty in Cambridge. It's 800 years old, I suppose, or in a way, if you go back to its historical roots. So, of course, that faculty was much older than the scientific departments. They're much more recent. So I think at the moment there's a kind of polite separation. That's my own experience. Of course, in Britain we have someone called Richard Dawkins, who's very excited, trying to oppose religion and so on. But in my experience, people like Dawkins is a very, very small minority in the scientific community. He doesn't speak for the scientific community. Most scientists, in my experience, just think religion is a separate type of idea from science. And when we try and bring them together to have some positive conversation, they tend to be a little bit suspicious. Why would you want to do that? What is religion going to give to science, and so on? And unfortunately, many scientists do not read very much philosophy. They don't read very much about the history of science. And so they don't know that science really comes out of theology. They don't know that. And so they're kind of suspicious of theology. They think, oh, we don't want theological language in science. And that's true. I mean, they have a good point there. You know, it's clearly theological questions are different from scientific questions. They are distinctive questions. But also I think it's important that we have a friendly discussion, a dialogue between science and faith. And so my own institute, the Faraday Institute of Science and Religion, which is part of my college in Cambridge, is part of St Edmund's College. So we want to create a space where people from different disciplines can come together and can discuss science, religion, from the perspective of a scientist or a historian or a philosopher or a theologian. We want to bring everybody in the same place to have a friendly discussion. And I think that helps in its communication. I think it's an important discussion, actually.